A few hours ago, I received this TPU feed assist module from a Bambu lab. I purchased this with my own money, and basically after spending a few hours putting this all together and also trying it out for the very first time, I just wanted to share a little bit of information that I wish that I would have had 4 hours ago before I started this project. Feel free to skip through all the different chapters and sections down below. I just wanted to put every single piece of information into one ultimate TPU feed assist module video because I couldn't find any information about this on YouTube other than Bambu Lab's own wiki page, which we will come back to later in this video. And in a true YouTube fashion, I am of course gonna save the most important part until the end of the video. Just kidding, of course I'm gonna give you the most important part first, at least for my specific use case, and that is that you do need this back plate that you're gonna put the external spool holder on. And I have honestly never used this plate, and I thought that I threw it away like years ago almost. So I just had to actually print out another one of these back plates in order to actually install the 3D printed part of this entire package. So if you, just like myself, have already printed out everything and just waiting to actually receive this TPU feed manager module thing, you might want to make sure that you also know where your back plate for that external spool actually is. Or just click the link down in the description. You can just print one out in like, I think, 10 minutes or so. The other thing is that I am using and am completely in love with my BQ Panda perch rack for my H2D. And with that is that I also have this AMS HT rack module as well, which it turns out is not really 100% compatible with this TPU feeding rack module thing. So if anyone much smarter than myself could just design a remix of this rack, the 3D printed rack, that allows for just a little bit more space, basically putting this maybe like 50mm or maybe even more back behind the printer, or like maybe in a different location, then you will actually be able to use this AMS HT using this BQ Panda Perch AMS HT rack mount as well. Yeah, I hope you understand from the videos that I just showed you. So earlier today, I spent a good 2 hours to actually put this all together. It's not gonna take you 2 hours, it just took 2 hours because I just wanted to record every single part of the process. But just to save your time, I am just gonna go through the notes that I made earlier today when I was actually putting this all together. And my advice is to watch the entire video first, but then follow the pictures and the actual word descriptions, because I think that has been updated a little bit more than the actual video. As an example, during step 3, you have to ensure that the bottom switch plates are positioned as shown, which I assume that the text needs to be up here above the actual button part of this button, which the video clearly shows as well. But it doesn't point out that you need to pay attention to this thing. So that's just like maybe mistake number 1 that you could make during this installation process. So just be aware of that and you should be good to go. Then we're basically done with installing this little module by itself. And then everything that is left to do is to install this on the 3D printed part that is currently already on my H2D in this case. And on Bambu Lab's wiki page, you have all the different instructions depending on the printer model that you have, because it's different processes depending on the printer that you have. And in my case, we do need this back plate for the external spool in order to actually screw this 3D printed rack on the printer. You actually use the exact same back plate if you do have this garbage can or this waste poop chute. And I completely forgot that it has this back plate there as well. So if you are in the same situation as myself, you do have a link to this specific print down in the description below as well. Super quick. It's just very frustrated to actually have to go through the process in the middle of the installation process. Assuming that you already have this back plate situation under control, it is pretty straightforward instructions from Bambu Lab on their wiki page. And moving over to maybe some more unique use case, but I still think this could be very helpful for at least some of you. In my case, we can see here that I do have this 3D printing rack with the H2D down here in the middle, but that also means that I cannot use the other TPU printing solution that is this stand module that is being installed on top of the printer. It's just a lot more work for me. And that is also why when I saw this coming out, that you could actually have this in an AMS HT next to the printer, basically anywhere next to the printer. More information about that later, which would solve all my problems, because then I could then print TPU from my AMS HT while still having these two AMSs connected to the printer. It is not quite as easy as this. I'm going to cover this in a little bit more detail in a bit, but first I just want to thank 3D Mart here in Taiwan and also in Hong Kong for sending over this AMS HT so I could actually try this out for myself and also make this video for you guys. So if you do want to show them and also me some appreciation, if you are located in Taiwan or Hong Kong, and if you have any 3D printing questions whatsoever, please do remember to check out 3D Mart, because in my very biased opinion, they are the best distributor and also reseller in the area when it comes to 3D printing solutions. So please do me a favor and at least check out their website if you are in either Taiwan or Hong Kong, and I believe some other countries as well, very, very soon. But okay, so basically my plan was, since I now have these two AMSs on the BQ Panda Perch rack, whatever it's called, I then just assumed that I would be able to, without a problem, also install this TPU feeder that would then be permanently connected to my AMS HT and then be just like a dedicated TPU channel, and at the same time having both of these AMSs connected for like normal printing, if that makes sense. A few things that I didn't really realize. First of all, you do need to remove like the right extruder's PTFE tube and then connect it out through this TPU assist hole on the back of the printer, which means that you're kind of like losing the right nozzle for normal printing. Another thing that was also a little bit confusing during all of this is that you are using now an AMS HT, but the H2D will think that it's an external spool because you're like cheating the system. You're going through this extra like TPU vent hole or whatever we call this. But one thing that I think might be of very useful information for some of you at least, if you do have this BQ product and you also want to install your AMS HT on it, it is a very, very tight of space. I think it works, to be honest. It doesn't really look like something that I should recommend, but it works. But the other thing is that if you are actually opening the lid to replace the spools, you will have some issues with the AMS HT if it is installed on the BQ Panda Perch mounting rack here, just because it's like too close. But yeah, in terms of actual results, this is like in a pure TPU, thanks to Sunlu for also sponsoring this project with their 90A TPU. And yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect. You have also the link to this specific case on my MakerWorld profile, which you also have a link to down in the description. And just overall, I think that it's a great product. It does what it's supposed to do. But the overall concept of printing TPU is still a little bit more work than I hoping. And just the fact that you have to kind of like disable the PTFE tube from the nozzle, you have to go like around the printer, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's still not as great as I thought it would be. Is it worth, what is it, $44.95 USD or something? I don't know. I don't get any commission. You do whatever you want. But yeah, if you have any questions regarding this, if you want me to do any tests, if you want any like dimensions or whatever, just let me know. Leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to this channel, because it really goes a long way to show your support and just show some appreciation, so I know that you actually enjoy to watch what I'm doing here in the middle of the night, as it's now 12:30 and I'm trying to get this video out since I couldn't find anything online and I just want to be as helpful as I possibly can. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lucas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S, ends with subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.